Hello, my reading stars. It's Miss Burggraaf. I've been waiting for you. I have a special book for you, as always, just for my reading stars. And it's called At the Pig Races, and it's illustrated by Matt Lumsden. And before I forget, I have to introduce to you our very special star of the story, Glorious Gabby. She's number 4 in the pig races. And today's story is about going to the fair, my reading stars, but it's also about how we focus on our goals and how we achieve them. So as I read and share the story with you, my dear reading stars, keep that in mind, right? Do we always have success when we try to reach our goals? I know I don't. Sometimes I have to change things. So we'll talk about that as we read the book together. I hope you enjoy it. And the story starts out, guess what? School's out, and all of the children are celebrating. Finally, no more homework. It's time for the fair. And it's time to purchase our tickets. We need our tickets in order to get into the fair, right, my reading stars? And so the ticket booths open up. Everyone is excited. The booths are filled with red candy apples, kettle corn, and pink cotton candy. Pink, the same as Glorious Gabby's color. First up is Yesteryear Village. Yesteryear Village. We have that in South Florida, and that's where our engineers and railroad club meets once a month. And it's the old-fashioned time of the year where they show off and highlight their collection of railroad cars, miniature railroad cars. And let's not forget, it's time to go to see all of the beautiful and colorful and friendly animals. The Farmer's Showcase and the Petting Zoo. Here they have large trays of water. Next to them are the cooing chickens, the clacking ducks, the cawing roosters, and then, of course, the pigs. And we even have more animals and contests, right? There's the little girl in the pink pants, and she is the star of the show. She's the main character. And they go see more animals, the sheep, again, the roosters, the cawing. And let's not forget, we all love that tasty food, the food court at the fair, right? And the picnic tables, crunchy zucchini, plump, juicy hot dogs. The selection of food was endless. Everyone loves to go to the fair and see the Ferris wheel in the background? All the delightful choices we have. It's so fun to go to the fair, huh? I'm so happy to share this book with you, my reading stars. And of course, so is Glorious Gabby. Okay, so the first stop is the bungee jump. Before going on the rides, of course, we have to get to the bungee jump. There's the fishing games for the little kids. Parents held on tight to their children's hands as they made their way through the growing crowds. So this is popular, right? Oh, here's the fishing sticks. One of Miss Burggraaf's favorite, my reading stars. Oops, Gabby. You having trouble sitting up? Yeah, that's okay. That's why we help each other. So the parents bring their kids to the fishing sticks, and everyone is a winner, my friends, my reading stars. I like that part where everybody gets a little prize. That's a good feeling, isn't it? And we cannot forget the Ferris wheel. Directly behind the midway was the Ferris wheel. Families lined up just to get into the carts. And at the top, look at how small everybody looks at the bottom below them, right, at the fair. That's amazing to see, isn't it, kids? My reading stars. You feel like you're on top of the world when you're in the Ferris wheel, huh? It's a nice feeling. And then the little girl says, Mom, Dad, it's time for the pig races. We have to go get our seats. They start at 3 o'clock. And so the little girl in the pink pants holds on tight. 3 p.m. there are 2 races for the families to enjoy. And so now they have to find their seats in the bleachers. And the first pig race comes out. And there are the pigs with their numbers on. You can see that Glorious Gabby is pig number 4 in the races. Yes, she is. My reading stars. Every pig has a number. And so there's the little girl in the pink pants over here watching. And Glorious Gabby is in her barn. And she is practicing. And let me remove the cover of the book because I want to share something special with you. You know Miss Burggraaf always loves to do her web board when she reads. And as I said, I really think that today's focus is how do I reach my goals? And sometimes we have to stop and think about that, right, my reading stars? How do we reach our goals in life? And so, Glorious Gabby practices. She is a Poland China pig. She travels with her family who races across the states at different fairs. But Gabby could not race well. She has different legs from others and they're bowed, and she's always left behind the other pigs. But Glorious Gabby, my dear friends, Glorious Gabby never gives up, and she practices. And that's the first pink web that I put up there under how do I reach my goals. We must practice, right? We don't want to hurt ourselves, but the more we practice, the more we achieve. Right, my reading stars? You know that. You're smart. That's right. So she keeps practicing and practicing in her tent. And so the pig races begin. 1, 2, 3, 4. The pigs come on out with the pig master. And Gabby can hear their numbers being called. I know this is a little sad, but she's practicing, and she never gives up. She never gives up. She's thinking right here, reading stars, what can I do to achieve? What do I need to do to make the races like my other family? Right, Gabby? She never gives up. And so Miss Burggraaf put that up here on our chart, right? Practicing and never giving up. And so the race is on. You can see number 4 is second place in racing ahead. And there's the little girl with the pink pants with her family cheering her on. She's Glorious Gabby's best cheerleader, my reading stars. You always need a good support system, right? You need someone to cheer you on in life. That's what Miss Burggraaf does for you, my reading stars. So here's support, right? We all need support in life and encouragement. And then from the pig tent, you know what's going to happen. All of a sudden, for the next race, Marvelous Max, big Marvelous Max won't get up, even with the most enticing treat. And so, dumbfounded, the trainers turn to each other with puzzled looks on their faces. What will they do? What can they do? I think you know you're making predictions, right? Let's see. Guess what? The pig masters say, guess what, Glorious Gabby? Today is your lucky day. Come on over here, gal. And so they put the badge on her and say, it's time for your race, your first race. And look, even her pig family reading stars, her pig family says, oh my, you're coming out? Really? And so, yes, she is. Indeed, she is, my dear reading stars. She is going to try her very first race. How do you think Glorious Gabby will do, my friends? Do you think she'll do well? She's practiced. So never give up. And she practices. Of course, you have to stay healthy and eat well. That's important, right, my reading stars? That's very important. And sometimes you have to try different ways to achieve your goals. True? Okay. And also, Miss Burggraaff really believes in this one, support from your family and friends. And also, my reading stars, most importantly, you have to believe in yourself. Miss Burggraaff believes in each one of you to achieve your goals. And so she's adorned with the badge. And here is the race. Of course, Glorious Gabby is number 4, and she's in the back end of the race. For now, my reading stars. For now. It's Glorious Gabby coming from behind, cried out the astonished swing master. Everyone stood and applauded as Glorious Gabby, with her slightly bowed legs, ran with all of her might, my reading stars, with all of her might. And she breaks through the race, my reading stars, for the very first time in her life. And look who's cheering her on, the little girl with the pink pants and her family. It's the very first time she's won the pig races. Yay! Yay, number 4, Glorious Gabby. We're cheering you, right, my reading stars? And so, the little girl in the pink pants takes photographs with the photographers, and then they go on the rides together, and they even go on the merry-go-round on the pig, and they enjoyed that together. And then it's time to go down the parade, the main stage, even with Uncle Sam. And look at, she has another badge for the first time in her life, her very first place badge. Oh my goodness, isn't that exciting? And then the two are just, the little girl in the pink pants are enjoying their first time in first place, kids, my reading stars. That's right, their first time in first place together. I just knew you could do it, Gabby. And with that, she gave Gabby one more kiss on her floppy brown ear as the two winners headed down Main Street together. They were enjoying the ride of their lives, my reading stars, side by side for the first time in first place together. It's really great to have someone by your side. True, my reading stars? That's right. The end. And that's the story of Glorious Gabby and the pig races. I hope you enjoyed it. Of course, we're going to do an art lesson. That'll be posted in a couple days. Miss Burggraaff will come on later on and get your storm badges going with you. We want to make our storm badges from Resilient Red. True. I haven't forgotten. My reading stars, I will never forget each of you. And so we honor today Glorious Gabby, the star of At the Pig Races, and an inspiration to us all. 2, practice in life to reach our goals. Never give up to reach our goals. Stay healthy, eat healthy, stay rested, right, my reading stars? Try different ways when the first time doesn't work out. Try an alternative, try a different way of doing things that's safe. Believe in yourself. And welcome the support in life from your family and friends, because they will help you. My reading stars, it's always a joy to be with you. I hope you're reading. I hope you're writing a lot. I hope you enjoyed the field trip. A little windy here in South Florida. We have the tall pine trees behind us and a breeze. And it's always the best to be with my reading stars. Keep on writing. Keep on reading. Believe in yourself. And I look forward to being with you soon. Take care. Time to tell your own stories, my reading stars.